This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Third and short yardage, Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
After 7-0 on the A's. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Pierce will try to pick it up, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mills now going to keep it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13. It sets him up 1st and goal. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication.
Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight. It'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
At the Texans' 44-yard line.
Again, Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The kick by McManus is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out real sharp in the second half.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Final play of the half, Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mills on 3rd and 2. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver's offense now set to go. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. They've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 20-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Mills now. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a first down. Give to Pierce now on the option. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 45 on second down, Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his start. Welcome back now to Denver. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. From the 31, Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Mills. And he finds Howard complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now a handoff for Pierce. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another carry for Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Mills. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. This is up and good from Pinheiro, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And Courtland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before